Hi, part 2 here of Cherry Hill and Black Creek communities, which, as you know from part 1, is owned by, both communities are owned by a company called Parkbridge Lifestyle Communities, Inc., and they're on leased land, which is very different from a freehold community or a condo community or anything outside of land leasing. So with that in mind, what is important? So what's important are the forms. So you may ask, well, why is that something that I need to know about? Well, because if your representative, your realtor who's selling your home on land lease land, or your buyer rep doesn't understand that they need to put an offer on Form 110 that's designed for land leasing properties and homes on land leased land, or you have a buyer agent that doesn't understand that, if you ever need to borrow money, a lender will automatically decline you. So the lender, when a realtor sends, or yourself as a purchaser or as a seller, the offer is sent in to a lender, the lender reviews it. Now, most lenders wouldn't understand the front part of it, or the front end, would say, okay, well, let me put this by what as myself as a realtor calls an underwriter. Then that underwriter is going to go, nope, end of story, you're declined. Why? It's not on the right paperwork. So for them to even consider lending or giving a mortgage, line of credit, whatever it may be that you're investigating from a lender when you're purchasing land lease land, or when an agent, you need to have it on the right form. Not only that, when forms are handed in or offers are handed in to the lawyers, you're just going to confuse the lawyers. So what happens there, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer? Basically what happens is your forms or your offers are incorrect, then it costs you way more money. Why? Because the lawyers have to fix it. Because if the realtor hasn't done the proper job, then the lawyer will charge more money. And yes, they'll charge more money for the listing end, so for the seller, and they'll charge more money for the buyer, because both lawyers now have to fix the realtor's error of not putting the offer in on the right paperwork. So if you need to know more about Form 110 and why it's important when you're purchasing or selling a home on a Parkbridge property that's land leased, give me a call. My information is listed after this video, and I'd be more than happy to run you through why it's important to use Form 110.